sunset, sunrise, sunset. Oh yeah, it's sunset, not sunrise. It's funny how they look the same but in different directions. Anyway, the winds will blow in here. It's cooling things down a little bit. It's nice. Rained over there again today. Nothing here. Raining over there now. Nothing here. Got clear skies up here. Even got a little moon over there. Hey, did I just moon you? Got the wind blowing the turbine coming out of its normal direction. And yeah, it feels good right now. It was hot earlier again, but right now it feels comfortable. And we got a couple of crazy dogs here. They have their supper and then they get all kinds of energy. And normally Cinnamon and her sister, or Cinnamon and her two sisters, will be out there in the yard just doing the zoomies, chasing each other around. And it's funny how two of them would be chasing one, and they'll go around in a big circle, and then all of a sudden one will go around a bush and stop and reverse the whole thing, and then two of them will be chasing a different one. But they love doing that. That's one of their favorite things. So anyway, I had to go to town today, and I picked up one of the two items. The other one is stuck down the hill because apparently there's problems with moving products with the big fires that are going on. And our illustrious governor just declared a state of emergency to get federal funds to help fight this fire. I don't know all the circumstances, but I find it hard to swallow that it started off with a little 5-acre brush fire, and they called in water drop units right away, and somehow it got out of hand, and it's going close to 30,000 acres now. And evacuations everywhere, schools closed, all kinds of stuff going on. Just don't understand some of that stuff. So I refilled my my gas can today. I got to pour that into the Predator, but I got to change the oil not only on the Predator, but I've got to change the oil on the van. So as soon as I take care of a little job I got to do for a neighbor tomorrow, that's going to be my next task. Because I did hear that there is a possible cool down coming, and that'll be welcomed. I can get a lot more done when it's humane to work outside. So anyway, I just came in and shut everything off in here, and so I can see how things are going. Looks like my batteries are at full state of charge. And let's see what we got down here. Oh, yep, 13.2, 13.3, that's a full state of charge. So that one's up there too. 13.2 down there in those two. So yeah, we're doing just fine. Just fine. Now yesterday, I put this outlet in. And it's a surface mount box, and this is the child-proof protective type thing. And the reason I use that is so I can use my LiFePro4 charger in here if I have to, or anything else I need to plug in. I can plug in out here without having to run an extension cord from all the way over there across the ground and leave the door open and all that stuff. So I did run a long time ago. I did have an outlet here that's outdoors, but there's no weatherproof cover on that. So I'm going to have to modify that, and I disconnected it on this side. And when I do, I'll take that little pigtail extension cord out of there and put a longer one in that'll reach up to there. So if I actually have to use an outdoor outlet, it won't be hot all the time. It's like that one over there. I've got that one on a GFCI on the inside, so I can just press a button and kill the outdoor electricity. But I don't want anybody coming in here when I'm not around and plugging stuff in and charging cell phones and running up my electric bill. Anyway, that's some of the stuff that I've been doing out here. And I did make up some new battery cables here, but I've got to take the negative side here and cut it at a certain point, and I'm going to put two more terminals on the end so it's ready to go. I thought about using this one plus that one, but I like to keep, whenever I'm doing battery cables, I like to keep them the same length. So if this is going to be the positive and this is going to be the negative, they're both the same length right now. But if I'm going to be using this one to go through a shunt, because I'm going over to LifePo batteries now, then what I got to do is cut this anywhere that I find is the right length I need, and then from the that's from the negative battery terminal to the shunt, and then from that point I just put on two eyelets like this, two terminals, and then when I connect the other part to the other side of the shunt, like I did here, I took that one and this one, I cut the wire that went all the way down here to the inverter negative, and I added two more terminals on the end here. So it's the same length of wire, but now I've got it going through the shunt instead of a straight run to the inverter. So that's it. That's what I've been doing. I love this little cooling fan here. I let that run 24/7 because it's quiet and it hardly uses any power whatsoever, and it's got that those little blue and red lights on it that when I come out at night, it's kind of that nice comfortable feeling out here in the desert, and the pretty colored lights. So I might come out after supper and sit outside for a while. And what I usually do is, because the dogs all want to come over and get their heads scratched, and I have 2 hands for 8 dogs, makes it really hard, and they all start pushing each other and pushing me out of my chair just to get their heads scratched. So what I'll do is I'll go up on top of the tote koozie and I'll sit up there, and they can't come up and bother me up there. So this barbecue is running right now. It's getting up to heat now. Yep, garlic chicken wings. Garlic chicken wings. I'm sure I've been eating a lot of chicken lately, right? You guys notice that? That's because of the cost of beef in the stores is ridiculous, and I can't afford it, even though I'd like to have some, and I'd like to buy some with the bones in them and then save the bones for the dogs. Ribs, pork ribs aren't that expensive, but I can't eat a whole rack of pork ribs myself, so that means that I'm going to cook them and then put them in the refrigerator and have them a couple days later, and then the meat dries out a little bit on them. And they're not as good as they are just coming right off the barbecue. You know what I mean? All right, anybody with comments and questions down below, and I hope that I'll be getting a second part of the equipment I need to do the next review video. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. We'll see. It's stuck down the hill, down in the flatlands, because of the fires. Have closed a lot of the terminals for where they ship from one place to the next. This is G Bear, thanking you for joining me and signing off.